But that is what's needed and what's necessary to accept where we are and what we need to work on and do differently moving forward. And if you come at it in a shaming, negative way, that's just going to set you back. I want to help you to accept your body for exactly where it is today, because there's a lot of power in that. The power in accepting where your body is today is you're no longer fighting against it. I will tell you this: resistance creates resistance. It doesn't help it. And, the more I shamed myself for the binge eating and previous eating disorders, the worse it made me. I felt for the longest time I was fighting against my own damn body, and my body wasn't good enough for me. It didn't look good enough. And gosh, that's a sad way to live and to think. And as a mother of 3, and one of my kids being, a teenage girl, I would never want her to think that or to feel that way. And I work really hard at teaching her to love her body for the way it is. I didn't like my nose growing up. I didn't like the cellulite that I had, and everybody has it. My point in all of this is that I think we are our own worst enemy. I realized for the longest time that I was talking to myself in a manner I would never talk to my best friend or my daughter or my sister that way. And what good was I doing to myself? When I learned to accept my body for exactly where it was and to love my body and embrace it, it was quite telling how each day afterwards was better. And I felt better in my heart. I felt better in my mind. And I viewed working out and eating much differently. I always thought that if I carried all of this guilt and shame, it would stop me from the binge eating, from overeating. It would help me to work out more and be more strict. And at some point you have to ask yourself, has what I have been doing is it working? And I had to ask myself that. And it's not always fun to look at the mirror and face ourselves, but that is what's needed and what's necessary to accept where we are and what we need to work on and do differently moving forward. And if you come at it in a shaming, negative way, that's just going to set you back. When I begin to just accept my body for everything that it was and everything it had done for me and brought to me and got me through, thinking, gosh, I've had 3 babies. I've been through Lyme disease. I've been through a lot of stuff. And if it wasn't for this body, my gosh, right? And I believe when you truly do treat your body like the temple that it is, everything really starts to change. It really helped me to stop binge eating. And it helped me to allow myself, in a sense, to have the cheat meal that was considered a cheat meal for me, or to, splurge a little on foods I wouldn't normally eat, right? And it didn't have the shame attached to it anymore. And I think that's really, really important, especially for us women and our youth girls. I think it's really, really important more than ever to teach our girls to just love their body for exactly the way it is. And I'm not meaning it means you don't want to improve. It just means that I love my body for where it is and what it's gotten me through today in life. And I'm going to make these changes now to improve my body so it can get me through more things in life. They're going to come my way. So if you're constantly shaming yourselves or using your body as the garbage can, so to speak, which is exactly what I was doing when I was binge eating. I was dealing with my garbage by using my body as a garbage can. And that is no way to live. And how can I treat my body that way and then still expect it to get me through life and through all the difficult things that come about, right? Just the daily stress that we deal with these days, that's a lot on our body. And then you add in just environmental toxins and just the daily stuff, and then you are going to expect your body to get you through something very difficult that might possibly come your way. It doesn't work that way. I'm not always going to be the same weight. There are some months that I might be 5 or 7 pounds heavier or lighter. I used to just be addicted to the scale, so to speak, right? And I mean like multiple times a day, and then the shaming coming with it. And that's absolutely no way to live, because there's just certain times, especially as a woman, that your body holds on to and needs to hold on to some water weight, and different times of our cycles where we weigh differently. And there's just so many different things that can affect our body weight and whether we're holding on to water weight and things like that. And I really just want to bring attention and awareness to the body shaming that's going on in our world today. I think sometimes social media can add to the negativity there. I want to use social media and my podcast to bring positivity to it, because there needs to be more positive in this world today in general, and especially when it comes to our health and the way we look. People go to great lengths to look a certain way. And I think if we can channel that same energy and power into more of what we put into our body, and feed ourselves not just with foods, but with thoughts and words, I believe we can really have a much better connection and relationship with our own selves. It all starts with being able to love ourselves. And I lived a very long time myself, not loving myself. When I began to truly love myself and accept myself 100%, only then could I look back and see the negative impact that not loving and accepting myself had. The relationships that I had in life changed immensely. I would not have been able to have the relationships and friendships that I got in my life when I started to love myself when I didn't love myself, because I believe that when you don't love yourself, you're constantly looking for something or someone to create that happiness for you. And my friend, that can't happen. You have to create your own happiness, your own love for yourself. And when you do that, then the right connections can come into your life. And if you're wondering what the heck any of this has to do with accepting your body for what it is and where it is and what it looks like today, it has everything to do with it. Our mindset is the foundation to any success in our life. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about that on future episodes. But your mindset's going to determine your health, how you eat, how you work out, the reasons that you do it. When you are not holding on to so much stress and negativity, your body can loosen up. See, our bodies tense up. If you get really mad, you get really tense and you feel that and everything tightens. Our bodies can kind of go into like a fight or flight mode and get kind of scared, so to speak, and actually hold on to weight. It'll hold on to weight, especially more in our midsection, our thighs and our buttocks. And that's not where we want weight. None of us do, right? But that's what happens when you are in a very stressful state. If you're constantly against your body, you're constantly creating that resistance, then your body's definitely tense with you. When we create a calmness in our environment and within ourselves, and we really love and accept our own selves, it is quite amazing how everything kind of loosens up and falls into place, and everything becomes more enjoyable. The food tastes better. Your workouts are better. maybe you start to enjoy cooking again. I'm sharing this. This is something that's my own personal experience. I've also helped a ton of people get through this, especially women and girls. And I just think it's really important to talk more about it, to not worry so much about what other people think, but worry about what you think of yourself. And that should be good, my friends.